The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. I ain't trying to be here all night, so let's just get down to the funk, man. Drew Titan Bronson on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. That's Painful Excellence Podcast. Come on in, smash the like button, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. But he might cut us some slack because I'm talking about my own. I'm holding my community accountable. And I'm disgusted. As usual, I am disgusted. Let's do this roll call real quick. Javier, salute, fam. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Amina, salute, Queen. My brother, Rod Nail, salute. Mac of the South. The real Mr. Shelton, salute. 88 Sports Talk. Taiwa, Sam Mac, Hulk in the building. Mr. Tiptoe. Smash the like button, like and share the video. Who are we? All right. I know you little, Tank D riders, and I don't know if there's any Sha'Carri Richardson supporters. Look, man, this is what I do. I hold my community accountable. And as much as I try to denounce this behavior, when somebody does something in my community, they look at me, they look at everyone that has a voice, and they ask us what's going on here. So I'm going to cut to the chase here. I'm disappointed with both of these idiots on the right-hand side of my screen. What did Malcolm and Dr. Martin Luther King? And that's only two faces I chose to put up here. I could have put up a lot more. But these brothers are rolling in their damn graves, looking at the current state of the black community. What did they get shot for? Aaron Butler, salute. Tone Brown, salute. What did they get shot for? What's that? What are they talking about? What's happening here? Why are these kids today acting like the apes that the others refer to us as? So you want to act like an ape, you want to act like an animal? Don't worry, I got you. You gave me the power of AI. You monkeys. Oh, y'all forgot? They are not exempt.
Yeah, come on!
I need y'all to exercise those demons you got running around in your bloodstream, man. I need you to exercise those demons you got running around in your brain, your heart. Release them. I need you to repeat after me. Get your stinking hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Exercise that demon.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Exercise it. Because I'm getting tired of this. Well, I've been beyond tired of it. I can't defend you people anymore. Y'all have made it impossible. Listen, truth be told, I stopped doing it with Adrian Broner. I'm like, you know what? The kid got problems, he need help. Next. Let me ask you a question. I'm going to go in order. What is the problem with these children having no control of their emotions? Let's start there. What's the problem? I keep it simple here. Why is it that in 2025, this youth have a problem with their hands? What is wrong with y'all? I've had plenty of fights in my day. You know what I just realized, like maybe a couple of years ago? Every fisticuff that I had, and I'm not talking about bouncing at a club. Sometimes you got to initiate contact to generate compliance and put people out of a club. I'm not talking about that. Personal life, I had a bunch of fights. I have. You know what? It just dawned on me like a year ago or two ago. You know, I never threw the first punch ever. I never did. I look back and I'm like, well, how did you, what? Someone was like, yo, he big. I got to get him before he get me. And man, did they miss. Either they missed or they landed and nothing happened. And they were never ready for the receipt. But I never initiated contact because even as I got older, I understood what it meant. All the law wants to know is who started it. When they say started it, who threw the first punch? And once you get a little older, you start thinking like, man, jail time, misdemeanor, felony. And your life is ruined over one moment. In what universe are these people not in control? Now, here's the difference between Javante Davis and Sha'Carri Richardson. Beautiful name, by the way. I wonder what it means. I'll look it up some other time. The difference is I expect Sha'Carri to behave in that manner. You know why? I'm just going to say it. She's a woman. I expect women not to be in control of their emotions. I've seen that a ton of times. I've seen a bunch of women talking with their hands, jumping and chest bumping people, slapping men on the back of their head or whatever, and then when he stopped and throw a left hook, all of a sudden he wrong. So when I saw the video of her slapping dude up and throwing shit at him, she wants to wonder why she getting the cuffs put on her. And I see y'all in the chat. Salute to y'all. I'm just cooking right now. I can't lose my frame of thought because the more I let this marinate, it got me angry. What's wrong with you guys? The youth, what's wrong with you? And I don't really like pay attention because people was bringing it to my attention. Hey man, you know what's crazy? I said, what? She was gay like last year. Huh? Okay. So she was gay before this. She's dealing with this guy who's also a runner. Brother, you need to run your ass away from her. That's it. I don't want to hear, okay, fine. You said you didn't want to get her locked up. You didn't call the police. Okay, cool. You didn't call the police. That was someone else. You didn't call the police. You also said, I didn't want her to get locked up. She's really a good person. All right, fine. You said that. Now you need to stay away from her, bro. Because if you go backwards, I don't feel sorry for anybody anyway, because, dude, she was gay a minute ago. So there's something going on with you, bro. But I bet, you know what, I ain't even going to say that. If there's a chance they don't break up and you see them hand in hand in the picture, whatever happens past then, young man, you asked for this. Just like we tell women, as soon as he put his hands on you, leave. Don't we tell all women that? Young man, she put hands on you. She got arrested. You had nothing to do with it. She did it to you in public. She did not care. She was not thinking. And then she tried to throw your ass under the bus by saying, I got video of him hitting me too. Had nothing to do with that situation. You see that? She is a walking, what's the term these kids use today? She's a walking crash out. I don't feel sorry for her. I'm done, bro. I'm done. Absolutely done. Done. With all this information that we have available about domestic violence, about how the black youth is treated, why the hell is she doing this in public? And it's not her first run-in with anything. Come to find out. Now, I ain't been paying attention to her. You know why? I know she's made the news, but I ignored it. Did I do a pep talk on her ever? She's been in the news. Now I got to talk about this. And I ain't going to get into specifics about what he's doing, or what she's done. I'm asking, what's the problem with us as a community? Because this is a reflection. Why don't these kids have any control over their emotions? What is her relationship with her daddy? Does anybody know? Anybody? Because I don't. I don't know. Is this what your daddy taught you? Is this what your mama taught you? What's going on? Tank, why the hell you acting like her? I don't care what that broad that you chose to procreate with said to you or did to you. We put hands on her for. You know why I think that there was some kind of contact? Because it's all on video. What you did at the basketball game a few years ago. I saw that and I said, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let me tell you something. If that was any relative of mine, within 24 hours, he'd have had a problem. If I turn on my internet and I see, whoa, 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 wait a minute. That's my cousin? That's my daughter? That's my sister? Who? What? Where you at? Stay right there. Within a day, I'm in his grill. I don't give a fuck about no bouncers. I don't give a fuck about Coach Cal, Kenny. Y'all not stopping anything. Because I'm bringing hell with me. I got relatives bigger than me, smarter as far as getting shit done. Hell hath no fury. But this ain't hell. I'll send you there. But I'm coming with the army of God, and we're equipped to do what's righteous. I don't play that. The other side to that is you ladies like buddying up with dudes that do that shit to you. That seems to be the reflection of the community. See, some of you ladies will bark on a dude just so he can whoop your ass. That's the other side. After he draped Shorty up, how the hell did his baby mama look at that, know about that, and still get with him? Oh, no, I've changed. Did you change, really? Did you go to therapy? Show me your certificate. Y'all are ridiculous. Who's raising these kids? You get on my nerves. Did y'all read the autobiography of Malcolm X? Did y'all listen to Shahrazad Ali? Anything that she said? Ladies? A lot of y'all haven't. The nation, at minimum, the Nation of Islam teaches you ladies how to properly wash your middle. Why is there so many stories about y'all box thinking? Kids make me sick. Not defending y'all. At all. At all. Let me park here for a minute. She's sponsored by Nike. Now, I haven't seen anything. I'm going to ask y'all for a little bit of information. Did they drop her? I don't think they did. Because that would have been news. Did they drop her ass? Are they going to make her the poster child for abuse? But meanwhile, she's the one throwing punches. She deserves to get the same treatment that any man would get. Drop her ass. Monkette. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't care how fast she runs. She committed a crime. What are we talking about here? Nike hasn't lifted a finger. Why is she still sponsored by them? You knuckle dragger. I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, because I try to detach myself from this because I don't like dragging my people, but at this point, this is ridiculous. Quick question. in her lesbian relationship, wasn't there some abuse in that too? Did I hear that? Am I wrong on that? Y'all let me know, please. Was she not throwing hands in that relationship too? Or did I mishear that? Or is that alleged? Did that happen? Let me know. Because if that's the case, I got questions for homie. If she was throwing hands with her female, what makes you think she won't be throwing hands with you? And I got news for you. Domestic DV, I'm on YouTube, I got to watch what I say. DV in lesbian relationships, that's all the way up. Because chicks be crazy. The stud was beating her up, so she's used to throwing hands. Now, she's not winning with a stud. Why is she trying to fight a man? If we saw a video after she threw something at him, whatever that was, a phone or whatever it was, if he turned around and hit her with a right hand and knocked her unconscious, they'd have locked him up. He'd have been talking about self-defense. We'd have been like, well, she was hitting him, and the women would have been like, oh, well, that was too much. Why is she not in control of her emotions? I am not in the job of defending nigga nonsense. I promise you I'm not. Why do you think I call Tank out for this stupidity? He's not a kid anymore. I call him a kid because I got like 2 decades on him. But he's 30. And he's a father. Why does your son look like Shakur? I don't know. Y'all kids are weird. But whatever. But you act like animals, I'm going to talk to you like animals. You guys have no control over your emotions, which makes dysfunction normalized. No accountability. Now, this idiot got locked up, and then she lied. I seen all the videos. I ain't want to play all of it. I don't care. Y'all seen them by now. And then she, puts the fake hair on her head and starts talking about, I apologize. Man, shut up. I'm sick of y'all knowing better and then apologizing later. I don't accept it. Because every time y'all do something stupid, we on our channels that do content, we get asked a couple of questions. Why aren't you talking about this? Have you addressed this? I don't like throwing my people under the bus, but you know something? Are these my people? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are these my people? They ain't no Abdul Wahid. He never existed. It was a front. Motherfuckers ask me why I got a problem with Tank. And they never like the goddamn answer. You played with Islam, stupid ass. You played with it. It was a play for you to try and get less time. You want to get that ankle bracelet off. You bought the block just to sell it again. You did nothing with it. It was a ploy. Don't ever ask me why I don't deal with this kid. Putting women in the Cobra clutch at a basketball game. You're crashing into pregnant women with your car and leaving the scene. You left the damn scene. You didn't even leave and go to the precinct and say, oh man, I broke out, but I did something wrong. I was scared. You didn't even do that. You went like home or something. They had to go get you. Then you procreate with a demon that wants nothing but your death. Oh, she'll take your money, but she wants your death. All of these kids, this is what the sensei says. All of these kids are cut from the same cloth. They have the same DNA. Their supporters have the same DNA. This monkey, Shikari, the knuckle dragger that she is, 'cause I'm tired of these kids. I'm sick of it. I saw some nappy-headed Negro chick on the gram talking about, oh, she's a fighter. Did you see that right hook that she threw? Oh, she's bigging her up, swinging on homie. At no point did he even consider hitting her back because he could have cleaned her up. If you have women defending and justifying everything that she did, that tells you where we're at as a community. Black women with these big mouths, they don't like us. These black women online, let me be very specific. It's not all of them. But these women bigging her up, justifying this dysfunction, they got problems themselves and they don't like us. Cynthia G was having panels. She called us bullet bags and she had an extreme following. Do you understand that? You know how dangerous that is? Bullet bags? These hoes celebrated when Kevin Samuels died. Let me ask you a question. He's been going, what, 3 years now? Did black marriage rates go up? Y'all divestors, did you meet your dream guy? Did you meet your Brad Pitt yet? Your Leonardo DiCaprio yet? No, y'all still talking about brokies. Because between when Kevin Samuels died and today, I know y'all have had sex. And it may have been with a white man. Are you married yet? Oh, I know. I ain't trying to get married. Well, cool. Why are you still complaining about brokies then? Nothing? That's what I thought. Who's the other dumbass? What's her name? Remember I did the short about the fat chick that married herself? You kidding me? Just say you're overweight and you're insecure and you can't get a man. And I'll tell you, love yourself, get in the gym, and become more presentable to the world, and you'll attract a better man. Ebony K. Williams, I'm going to get myself pregnant because you divested and the white man that you got went back to his wife. He was laying and playing with you. What are we talking about? These shorties don't like us. Now, right now, unless she goes back to this dude and he take her back, I don't even know the athlete's name. Homie, you take her back, you asking for it. Whatever happened past that, it's on you. A chick that'll assault you in public is a chick that'll stab you in your sleep. You men need to make better decisions. And y'all need to understand that these black women today cannot be led. You can't claim something that you can't lead. They want to do it themselves, let them do it themselves. This is ridiculous. KS was the problem. He gone now. What's the problem now? Every argument that the Manosphere had, turns out they were right. I never claimed to be Manosphere, nothing like that, but I watched the issues and I said, man, these brothers ain't saying shit that I ain't said 25 years ago. They just saying it online, and I'm watching, and I saw no turn in the landscape. What I did see is real reports coming out that black men are the most desired. Did you know that? Black men are most likely to be involved in their kids' lives. Did you know that? So all 30 years of Oprah tearing us down and social media trying to tear us down, the facts, data, and statistics came about and shut that shit down. Now they have no argument. But you know what y'all have? Y'all freedom to do what y'all want. And where's this gotten you? We're now about 4 years up into this manosphere, black manosphere versus these black women. I've seen nothing. Black men are fine. All black women have done is celebrated when someone went to another country and got murdered. I didn't know celebrating a black man's death was the latest thing to do. I had to explain to you dumbasses, not every person, not every man that travels abroad is a passport bro. Passport bros have a definition. Passport bros look for wives in other countries, and it don't work out all the time. Sometimes they just come back home. Then there's a bunch of dudes that just get together to get sex in other countries. They're entitled to do that too. They're not passport bros. Just like there's a difference between a black person and a nigga. But you know what else we understood? We understood that these women been flying from all corners of the globe to Jamaica to get their spines ripped out by Dexter St. Jock in Kingston. We found out because then videos started coming out, and who told on them? Not the men, other women. How many women came about saying, hey man, I was on a cruise with my friends and we went to this rap party. Next thing you know, Dexter St. Jock is banging them. And now I'm out here with these hoes. Guilty by association. Now they got a boyfriend at home. And they're like, oh man, I ain't trying to tell on Funkana. This gonna leak out because Shorty's recording over there and I'm standing here. So I better make a TikTok video so my boyfriend know I came with these hoes, but I ain't doing that. How do I know that was happening? I work with chicks that united like, they formed like Voltron. Where's my goddamn soundbite?
Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Go! Voltron force!
They form like Voltron. They get tickets on Spirit Airways to Jamaica. It'd be like 6 of them in one bedroom with 2 beds. The sink looked like shit. The bathroom smells like a tuna market. Then they wobble their BBLs down and got to some raft, and Dexter St. Jock plowed them. Now, there was some women on my job that went on those girls' trips, and they were like, hold on, I got a man at home, and I'm a little long in the tooth to be doing that. So I got to put out my video to let my man know I wasn't doing that when Funkana was out there getting plowed by Dexter. They put videos out to protect themselves. They be like, yo, Shorty getting plowed. Wasn't you with her? Wasn't you with her? Yeah. So that's how we found out. And then we found out, look, I told you, I went to high school with a bunch of Jamaicans. And they would come after the summer, they would talk about how many chicks they smashed. We 15, 16. They're talking about they banged all these white chicks from Europe and Canada. We thought they were lying. My boy Fitzroy, that was his name, Fitzroy. He brought, you remember the disposable cameras? He brought the cameras, he brought the film to school. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This is like 90, 91. I was like, yo, what? He's telling the truth. Raw dog. Raw dog. Eric Jordan, my brother in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, sisterhood keeps funking up the relationship. Thank Miguel. Oh, no, we ain't going to thank Miguel. We ain't going to thank Miguel. Miguel ain't got nothing to do with this one. Miguel ain't got nothing to do with this one. This is all them. Every Jordan back in that super chat, he said Pookie is a city boy and the man, they keep on winning. I'm telling you, they choose these losers. Tank Davis is a loser. Yeah, Mr. Shelton, no condom in sight. I saw the pictures. He's a loser. If your daughter brought home Tank right now, how would you feel? Are you thinking about his bank account? Ain't your money. You worried about this idiot going upside her head. BVO, salute. And if I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Hell no. My seeds better not ever bring home some kid with some tattoos all the way up to his jawline. I'm like, nigga, we stepping outside. First of all, before you even say anything, give me 50 push-ups. He gonna be like, huh? If you don't give me 50 push-ups, I'm gonna slap the fuck out you. Get down and give me 50. And don't stop. We're gonna sound off. Stand up. You tell me what your intentions are. You be real with me. What do you do for a living? Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 5 years? Are you in school? Can you speak a sentence without a curse? UYN, you need to know. Hell hath no fury. But the power of God is imminent, and I will rain on you. My seeds are the only things that I will not, I'm not even gonna say risk it all. I will do it all for them. I ain't worried about no prison stint, nothing. But I will erase you. I will erase you. There'll be nothing. They would think you'll be cremated. Like, we cannot find, you were the last nigga seen with him. We can't find him. He's dust. He's dust. He's dust. How can we avoid all that? Stay in your lane. Date the project hoe who has no male leadership, who has no father. You date that nigga. I don't do dysfunction. This is why this is enraging. This is why they got Dr. King all pissed off in this meme. This is why Malcolm X is looking at like, whoa, what, man? What have we become? Between these two men, we supposed to be great. And in 2025, we got a bunch of nigga nonsense and white folks building a goddamn town. And let me digress. You know what? No, I got a whole different show for that. I'm not even going to digress on that. They're building a town. Nobody cares. But I got a whole other pep talk for that. Nobody cares. Dummies. Let me ask you a question. Who are the leaders in the black community? Drop some names. I'll wait. Who are the leaders in the black community? Anybody? Who? Al Sharpton? Been there, done that. Tariq Nasheed? Farrakhan? Yeah. You know what's upsetting with that? These YNs, they're not even listening to him. So there goes that. We're looking at two dead ones right here. Yeah, Umar Johnson, who's having all I don't know what's going on with that man. I'm seeing all these videos, the school that was never built. Now he got to come up with, what was it, $40,000? Are they taking the buildings? That's what we're doing? Who are our leaders? Andre Topper, man, I understand, brother. But these kids ain't listening to Minister Farrakhan. They'll sing every rap lyric known to man before they listen to that man. We have a lot of grifters. We have a lot of false prophets. We had people with voices. I wouldn't call them leaders, but they had voices. Kevin Samuels was a voice. He believed in black love. He believed in a black household. He explained to you why he did. 3 years, he told men to become the best version of yourself, get your ass in shape, make the most money that you can, and you have to qualify to court a woman. You can't court a woman making $20,000 a year. What are you doing? You can't afford that. You can't afford her. You can't afford a family. Stop sagging your pants. Get out your mama basement. Stop putting your name on the orange juice. Nobody cared. And then he had that one argument with, well, not even an argument. He had that one situation with that woman. And then all the women came for him and made him a millionaire. He body bagged every last hoe that called up there and tried to beef with him. And he did it with class. He did it with style. And y'all danced on his grave, didn't you? But he left a legacy, and he also left his daughter. I remember Dennis Sperling put a number behind it. I could be wrong. I swore his net worth was like $5 million. Yeah, Abel. He, you know. Can I say something about Dr. Umar and all these brothers and sisters? If you're a grifter and I can't tell, because I got to listen to you for a while to tell. Do you understand? I want them to win. First of all, I hope that they're honest and intentional, and I want them to win. And when you do silly shit and you get called out on it, that's fucked up. It's like a lot of people were, to me, it seemed like these cats wanted him to fail. Now, a lot of people saw him a lot and they was like, wait a minute, this guy's a fraud. I'm not even going to hold y'all. He said some things that pissed me off. One of the last things he said that pissed me off was how these chicks are bums out here and it was our fault, black men's fault. I had a problem with that. I had a major problem with that. I'm like, bro, you need to stop. And then things started coming out about him, and he let his anger get the best of him a lot of times. He had a sick relationship with his daughter, his biological daughter. I think he wasn't sure if she was hers. I don't know what was going on there. No, you ain't wrong, Abel. You're not wrong at all. Because Umar showed his ass. You know what I'm saying? Before this school thing happened, there was things happening before that. I just mentioned, like his daughter. I was like, what's going on with that? Then before that, this chick came about talking about I was his side piece all this time. And I'm like, oh, what's going on there? You can't serve two gods. You cannot. You got to live what you talk. You talk a good one. The cats was asking about that school since he mentioned it. What was going on, like 4 or 5 years with that? You ain't make no progress? How about this? Why didn't you just start out, not a school, you have to buy a building, go into a building and rent out a few classrooms. Start giving classes, charge some money, save the money. And then instead of 2 classrooms, now you go to another location, buy up the whole floor. 10 years with this school? Oh my God. You see, I can't defend that. No progress and everybody's donating. You know, I'm listening to this thing. I don't know much. But when the bank freezes your accounts and everything he's saying about not being able to get into it, if it's fraud, they let you know it's fraud. You'll get a phone call and then you got to go down there and identify yourself and they release your bread. What it sounds like is they seized his accounts because he had an outstanding balance and he's still in a hole for 40 grand. They took what he had in the bank and the remaining balance was 40 grand. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. So the nerve of you. These women acting out is our fault? We're not the men that they need to be? Wait a minute. But wait, hold on. This is a man that tried to save Sukiyana.
What?
We can stop talking about Dr. Umar right now. Hey man, let's just see what happens. Derek Gaines, salute. We just have to see what happens now, don't we? So when I ask who are our leaders, we don't have any. The leaders that we had, the real leaders that could have made major waves, they killed them. And y'all might not believe it, but man, they were so afraid of the presence of Deontay Wilder, they did what they did to him. And you knuckle draggers celebrated that. That's how dysfunctional we are. Y'all, now I just said that. Y'all will say, oh, it's not that deep. Yes, it is. Ali was a boxer, but he moved mountains with his voice. What he stood for. Let me ask y'all a question. Who said the last thing the world needs is the next black messiah? Who said that? Who said that? Eric Jordan back in that super chat. Dysfunction is bliss with Umar and scam too many. He sure did. He sure did. That's what it sounds like. Who said that? The black messiah. The world don't need the next black messiah. There you go. Did y'all know that? And I forgot what year that was. It was before I was born. Did y'all know he said that? J. Edgar Hoover said that? Did y'all know he said that? Do y'all know why he said that? Why the fuck would he say that? Y'all have no idea. Now, where's the Messiah supposed to come from? You don't know where it's coming from. It could be a boxer. It could be a baseball player. It could be an athlete. It could be some kid in church. But we don't know what the fuck's going on. We've been so diluted and we don't pay attention. What we pay attention to, gold teeth, tattoos, and jewelry. But look at all of our leaders that were around and why they're not around now. You got a bunch of false prophets. They killed Brother Malcolm. They killed Martin Luther King. They ran up in the Black Panther Party, took their idea with the WIC program. Did you know that? Ran up in there, took their idea, dispersed them, but the Ku Klux Klan is still around to this day. You're going to tell me that racism ain't real. But nobody, you talk to a Hawaiian right now, who's J. Edgar Hoover? They're going to stare at you. Yes, the Black Panthers invented the WIC program. And there's a lot of white people involved in it. And they will never know. The most racist white people in the world don't know that that program was invented by a group of black people. So of course they did that to Brother Deontay. Of course, they're gonna allow Ryan Garcia to say and do what he did to Devin Haney. Do y'all understand why I went crazy over that? You understand why I looked at Tank and say, yo, bro, what are you doing? That goes beyond competition. Especially when you found out this nigga cheated. You up here defending him. You dumbass. Am I older than Coach Cal and Coach Kenny? We all around the same age. You didn't sit this nigga down and explain this. Yo, Tank, you need to stop. Stop for a minute. Stop. Stop bothering him. And look, let me tell you why. This looks bad on us. Shut up. This is why having a debate with me over Tank Davis ain't gonna work out for anybody. Because I promise you, it's not gonna stay on boxing. He's fucking his own career up on its own. You know how I say sometimes you ain't gotta lift the finger? Y'all go ahead and get him in the ring before December. There's a high probability he's gonna get his ass kicked. So he might win in outstanding fashion, but if he lose, it's gonna be a loss. I'm just gonna get on here and tell the truth. If he wins, he wins. I'll talk about it. If he lose, I'll talk about it. But as a person of color, as a black man, he's disgusting. You can't move me off my seat. You can't move the goalposts, start talking about the Haneys. I'm talking about him. Because he's responsible for his behavior. If you got to break the Haney glass or anyone else's glass to justify what he does, that makes you an asshole. Because I'm talking about this YN. To defend him is a justified dysfunction. To defend Sha'Carri is a justified dysfunction. I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it. The youth are taught by people who are grown adolescents. That's part of the problem. When you got babies or people with baby mentalities that never matured past 16 or 17, but their dick work or their coochie work, what are they reproducing? They're sitting down. You have a 31-year-old watching BET with their 16-year-old. Did you take note of the ages I just said? In this day and age, mama at the club with her daughter. Mama twerking with the daughter. You know what was disgusting? And although she's very legal, when I saw Erykah Badu showing her ass, well, not like naked, but showing her curves with her daughter, I'm like, you know something? I know her daughter's grown, but you know what, man? That's fucking disgusting. I could never imagine my sister and my mom taking a picture like that. Under any circumstances, that is disgusting. Parents should be held to a high standard. That's what you raising? This is ridiculous. Parents aren't parents anymore. They're friends with their kids. And when their kids start treating them like they're their friends in the street, they didn't want to call the police. No, there's an old saying. I've created a monster. Yeah, you did it. You know how many women be in competition with their daughters? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Seriously, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You make me sick. I knew a couple of brothers that blamed everyone for everything bad in their life. And it was god awful. But you know what? Their penis worked. Because between two of them, there's like 9 kids from multiple women. I don't know the exact number of women. 9 kids from multiple women. Between the two of them. One of those chicks had a baby from each of them. Not kidding. Not kidding. And this is not the dude that played ball with my boy. Remember I told y'all the dude that played ball with my boy? He had like 6 baby mamas. Well, going on 6, whatever, I forget. It was annoying. And I told my man, I said, don't bring no dude like that around me, man. I'm beyond that. That shit ain't cool. He's not working. And he was about to marry this chick that worked for sanitation. She got a good pension, got a great job, sanitation job out here in New York. You making 6 figures. But her ass is in love with this dude. Looked like Rick Fox with green eyes, but he was black. And so, you know, he had something going on in his bloodline. But she about to marry him because he looked like that. Some chicks just ignore what these niggas got going on. Man. And you always wake up when it's too late. When you can't change this dude. It's too late. You're in it already. You dumbass. That back child support he owe. Oh, and by the way, he was still sleeping with 2 of his baby mamas. But that back child support he owe, when you tie the knot with him, they're gonna get it from somewhere. And when you get your check, you think it's gonna be like $3 grand, and that shit says $9.95. It's like, what happened to my money? Oh, you married this nigga. Did you know he's in arrears for like $20,000? Well, congratulations. Surprise, surprise. Then she's gonna be mad. Don't worry, just take him in the bedroom and ride that thing. That's what you mad him for. But you can't tell these kids nothing. This is the dysfunction that's become normalized in our society. That's not what Brother Malcolm taught us. I don't know he's with the nation, but Dr. King was a Christian. That's not what he was teaching. So pick which direction you want to go, because the direction that you're going right now, it ain't helping. So if there's no respect for the elders or the leaders, where are we as a community? Because you can't tell these YNs nothing. You have an elderly person say, hey, young man, you shouldn't do this. Hey, young lady, don't do this. And they start cursing at the elder. Man, hell, teachers can't discipline the kids in school. Because then mama come in with her goddamn bonnet and 2-foot long eyelashes. She ready to fight the goddamn teacher. Some of these dumbass, the single mothers, they go into the damn school. Why you failing my son? Why you failing my daughter? We're all the way up to midterms. This is the 9th grade. We're all the way up to midterms. She's had 14 homework assignments. She's done nothing. And I had asked her to read out loud just yesterday. She cussed me out and flew out the room. Her friend just said that she can't even read. Is this true? Miss Johnson? Because you know that's the typical black last name. Is this true, Miss Johnson? Because I asked her to read out loud, and I just said, hey, could you read paragraph number 3? She cussed me out, threw something at me, and stormed out the classroom. Her friend said, no, don't mind her. She just can't read. Huh? Can your daughter read? And now mama ready to cut you. That's not changing anything. Your dumbass daughter can't read, but you know what? She know every Sukiyana song.
What?
Yes, sir. She know every Sexy Red song. She got a gonorrhea green lip gloss or whatever the fuck they got going on. Auntie Jenny in the building. Salute. Yeah. And then when you take a step back for the moment, because remember, my younger sister was a high school teacher. She told me some shit. When the worst kids in the classroom, so first of all, some of them, their parents don't even know if they even show up. So either they didn't tell them about open school night, or they stopped the email or whatever, or they just didn't care. When they did show up, everything was the teacher's fault. And then you break out the book. Look, homework assignment, didn't bring it in. Homework assignment, didn't bring it in. Schoolwork, didn't do it, didn't finish. Test, fail. Recommended her or him to counseling, never showed up. Called you at least 13 times at your job, at your cell, at the house number. Never returned my call. And now you're here asking me, what did I do to your kid? Your kid's a fucking idiot. And what does this woman do in her defense? She's probably gonna get up and start twerking. Fuck you, and start twerking out the door. Yeah. With her bonnet, her tank top with no bra, tripping over her titties, walking through the door. I heard, look, this is what I heard. Two things. I knew some dudes that would coach like sports in these schools, and then on the summer they have a little summer league. And for these women, for their kid to get more playing time or a better position on the field, they would get in the position. They would offer to sleep with the coaches. I know of a story of one chick. She needed her son to pass science, and he was failing. And shorty came to school and had a long talk with the science teacher and offered him some head. Swear, offered him some head. And the word I got was, no matter how tempting it was, he said, man, it'd be my luck. I just decided to break the rules one time, and next thing you know, I'm on the news. And he was like, nah. No. Look, just tell your son to do this, and that, and finish this assignment, and we'll be square. And that's how he solved that. But he said, man, you should have saw her mouth. He said he was sitting at the desk, and she did something with her mouth and offered it, and all you heard was a knock. I said, a knock at the door? He says, nah, I was sitting by the desk. You know, that's how hard I flung up. It was like, I was like, damn, bro. He said, yo, she was gorgeous, but I ain't gonna do it. I gave her a list of assignments for him to do, and he said he got a week to complete it, and he did it. Yeah, on some Forrest Gump shit. Yeah, Auntie Jenny. Yeah, so you know. These kids that be fabulous fuck-ups in school, when you meet the parents, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Or usually it's either the parents and they're both train wrecks, or it's a single mother. So we're up against it. So where are we as a community? When you have people in the limelight that we're supposed to be celebrating, are we not supposed to be celebrating Tank Davis? Are we not supposed to be celebrating Sha'Carri? Why are we distracted by their stupid ass behavior? Why is this a reflection of our community? Do these YNs know about Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King? Do they know? I'm going to tell you what they know. They probably listen to, who's that bitch that tried to drag Dr. Martin Luther King's name? That's crying that she's broke now, or she can't shop where she want to shop. What's that smut's name? That light-skinned smut. What's her name? She was talking about how Dr. King committed adultery. B. Simone, that smut. How dare you talk down on Dr. King? Let me clear that up. what he had going on in his household was what he had going on. You know what I know? The women stayed. You don't know what was going on in that household. The women stayed. And they built family, and they was building a legacy, and someone shot and killed this man. What was going on in his household had nothing to do with you. What he was doing for the community was for the betterment of us. And for you to look at that and judge him, what she called him? You're not a great man, you're an okay nigga? That's what you said, you stupid ass, knuckle dragging, weave wearing, broke mentality, bow-legged, knocked up, stupid ass, knuckle dragging, dick sucking, disgusting smut. How dare you? How dare you? Motherfuck you and your podcast. She didn't have no points for me to begin with. But when she said that, nah, done. Done. Telling you right now, I don't know how the whole black community didn't get to verbally dumping on her. That was ridiculous. So when she said that, when you see me making your favorite goddamn train wrecks turning the monkeys on my memes, I don't want to hear shit. These niggas and niggas are trash. They're poop flinging niggas. And I'll have none of it. They don't represent me. This bitch can't keep her hand on herself. This nigga Tank has feminine behavior and no self-control. And he's a fake Muslim. How dare you? Have some stupid ass dude, yo, why you gotta make black people turn into monkeys? B. Simone? Y'all just gonna let her get away with that? Why is Abdul Rahid false flagging Islam? Why are you doing that, man? That's why I got him looking at Malcolm X. Why are you false flagging, man? What's up, Abdul Wahid? What's that? Sucker? You okay with black women hitting black men? Did B. Simone say anything about Sha'Carri? See, I look for consistencies. When B. Simone said what she said, the whole community should have stopped what they were doing and got on her. We don't have no leaders, and you violating one in the grave. Who's your leader? How dare you? How dare you? I don't deal with like 80% of these people that are running around in the goddamn limelight. If you think for 2 seconds I ain't gonna hold your goddamn feet to the flames, you are sadly mistaken. Who the fuck is listening to B. Simone for relationship advice? She said Dr. King was an okay nigga. Man. Someone need to lay her down and pour lemon juice in her eyeballs. You gotta be out your cotton picking mind, you slave. You smut. Don't ever in your life ask me what Monkey Tuesday is about. The moment I say something about Ryan Garcia, somebody flies in here talk about, why are you talking about Latinos or white people? Man, I have a whole day dedicated to nigga nonsense. And y'all niggas ain't here. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all here. I don't have a Latin day. I don't have an Asian day. I don't have a white day. You know why? I'm not concerned about what they do. I'm concerned about what my community does. And this shit here is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Next time Tank gets in trouble with the law, don't be surprised if he goes under. Now, I was listening to Stormy a little while ago. I was so busy. I had to do some calisthenics. I had some family shit going on. I came home. I was listening to BF. Then I turned over to Stormy, and that was just setting my mind. I had to go on a panel with BF for a second to address this dumb nigga Mag 7. But he's retarded. Dumb nigga wants to pull up here to ask me if I talked about Tank getting the charges dropped. You fucking idiot. The title says LDBC Reunion Review or something, whatever it said. In other words, I wasn't talking about Tank, nigga. Why the fuck do you, what the fuck do you want from me? So now when I do talk about Tank, he didn't say anything. Today I learned something about this dumbass. All right. Now, first of all, what did I say about these dudes? When you let them talk, if you listen to them, you can tell that there's something wrong with him. You know how he became a Tank fan? I heard him correctly. This dumb nigga says somebody wanted to bet him on the Tank fight and he bet $200 on Tank. Didn't know him. Watched him fight and he became a fan like overnight. So, you know, they had like a fantasy matchup and they said Tank versus Roberto Duran at 135. Everybody picks Duran. This dumb nigga picks Tank. So I was like, wait a minute. First of all, Duran will destroy Tank at 135. He starts asking silly questions. To me, that was silly. What, what was he, a knockout artist? Oh, you don't know his name was Hands of Stone? What are you talking about? So wait a minute. You'd bet on Tank and you don't know this other dude named Roberto Duran? And you a Tank fan, dude. So you lack education and you just became a fan of for what? Looking at him? Do you understand where I'm going with this? So I didn't even know he watched my material. So you have the audacity to show up at my motherfucking live stream and ask me if I spoke about Tank getting his charges dropped. Nigga, what kind of fanatic are you? First and foremost, I never wanted to see Tank go to prison. I was hoping, I said, man, they got video, man. This kid might be done. And he's going to sit in front of a judge that said, I don't want to see you anymore. Now, according to what BF said, they just said the charges got dropped, which means somebody probably cut them a check. If we give you a couple of mil, you're going to drop this? And they probably said yes. They extorted him. So now, based off what BF said, if I heard it right, they just paid him. If I heard it right, I could be wrong. Thank you, Mr. Shelton. It goes to show you the testament to his fan base. This dumb nigga Mag 7, and I stress the word dumb nigga, this dumb nigga Mag 7 is an unconditional Tank supporter. But that's just as well because Tank don't even know who Marvin Hagler was. I know he heard the name, but he never saw him fight, which is like mind-boggling. Huh? But let me not get away from my point. My point is this nigga called me up to try and check me. Oh, he beat the case. Did you talk about it? I'll talk about Tank tomorrow. So when I talked about him, where was Mag 7? Because he clicked the link. The link was for brothers and sisters that were at the meetup. He comes on the panel, and I was very polite, was I not? I said, brother, we ain't talking about that today. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Now, where was he? When I gave Tank all the attention, Amistad, right? Where was he? You see, I ain't got to talk about Tank's boxing career, because I'm convinced that you delusional ass niggas are going to believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to change your mind. I'm not in the business of that. But when I start talking about character, y'all vanish. Goalpost moving never works with me. Go to your channel and do a live about someone else's character. If you got to break the glass of any other fighter, past, present, or future, to justify what Tank does, without saying, yo, what Tank did was fucked up here, or he put himself in the wrong position, if you got to break a glass of another fighter to justify what this dumb monkey did, that tells me everything I need to know about you and his fan base. You see why I don't fuck with him or his fan base? These niggas are retarded. They're retarded. 3 A's in the middle. Retarded. Andre Toppin, yo, I'm dead ass. He said that. He don't know. I thought he was trolling. I said, how you don't know who Marvin Hagler is? How does he not know that? As a boxer, you got to have some knowledge of history, man. But even worse, you got a dumbass that's infatuated with this kid that says he beats Roberto Duran at 135. And here's the thing. He didn't even know who Roberto Duran is. That was the funny part. And this was today. So this is who's following this kid. So when I tell you, why the fuck do you think I want to have a debate with a Tank fan? Why? For what? For what? You're talking to a person that's insane. How about a nice hot cup of shut the fuck up? How about that? Drink it. Now back to Sha'Carri, you stupid ass. The next time you're in trouble for putting your hands on somebody, I hope they lock you up for 24 months. There, I said it. Because I'm sick of y'all ass. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of every last one of you. I have no patience. Done. Sick of it. I turn to social media. You got these grifters, fake prophets, fake dating gurus. What was homie's name? The big diesel nigga. That I did a live on him. His wife, he cheating all over his wife, and what was his name? I forget his name. But you know what? Hey, can't be mad at him. You know why? Everyone was like, yo, Drew, his career's over. I said, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. This is going to die down in about maybe 3 to 6 months. And he going to start posting him doing gym workouts. And yeah. Jackson, Derek Jackson. Salute to him. Because you know what? I ain't mad at him. He got his goddamn bread. And all you hoes fell for it. There was a shorty that went to one of his book signings or whatever the fuck he had, and there was women in the bathroom, and he was there with his wife. There was women in the bathroom talking about what they would do to him. What happened to the sister code? Y'all draw the line when it comes to some good dick. Right? Shorty was in the bathroom listening to other women. Oh, I do this, so I'm going to go over there. I'm going to get my hug. And wife right there. Wife is right there. These chicks ain't trying to network. They're trying to be next. And he was taking it. And after all of that, y'all ignore it. Because he's still around. He's made millions of dollars. And chicks are still sliding his DM. Y'all don't care. So I'm not taking y'all serious either. I ain't mad at him. Y'all made him rich. Get your money, Derek. Fuck that. Give these cats room to breathe. Who am I? Fellas, what happens when you try and tell a woman Hey, man, this dude ain't no good. What does she say to y'all? However you heard it, if you my age, tell me what they say to you. If you're older than me, if you're younger than me, what they say. If you're younger, they'll call you a hater. But if you're my age, what did they say? You just jealous. What did they do? They tell you, they start talking around you. Oh, he tried to date me back in the day. I mean, shit like that. It's like, whoa. You asked me my opinion. I just told you. Now I told you my honest opinion. This dude is a scumbag. And instead of taking that into consideration after you asked me, you done told all of our mutual friends that I was trying to, I'm jealous of you and I was trying to get at you back in the day. Or no, you know what? You go ahead. And a baby later, and a headache. Now you want to cry on someone else's shoulder? You know not to come to me. I told niggas a long time ago, stop being the shoulder to cry on to these dumbass chicks that want to make these mistakes. Especially when they ask you for advice. That's one of my male commandments. I'm going to do a whole other show about that. You find it on Pep Talk, the Painful Excellence Podcast. If you're on Drew Titan LLC, go subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. Something called the Male Commandments. There's over 20 of them. But they're all labeled number 1. You know why? This is shit that I feel women should know. And one of them is come to me with a problem only if you need help solving it. Sympathy is what your female friends are for. I'm going to straight shoot it with you. If you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. Don't fucking ask me anything. I've been direct. I'm not going to be your shoulder to cry on. I'm not going to be your boyfriend without the goddamn benefits. If you want to hear my honest opinion, to get down and lick these nuts. I don't feel sorry for y'all. Y'all can do it all now, right? Y'all independent, right? Stop asking us shit. You asking for advice, but meanwhile, y'all leaders. Y'all went ahead and led yourself now with non-liquor society. Single moms raising these fugazi feminine men, and Tank Davis beating on bitches and making bad decisions. A lot of Tank Davises out here, minus the money. And you got Sha'Carri, don't know if she's gay, don't know if she's straight, but she want to punch a man in the face. Is this a reflection of our community? Fuck that. They just dysfunctional and their parents failed them. And I'll land the plane right there. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, Super Chat. I was going to do Simeon Saturday tomorrow, but I got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of family stuff going on, man. There's some boxing on tomorrow. Go subscribe to my Patreon, goddammit. This video might not even get monetized, but go subscribe to my Patreon because the gloves are all the way off over there. Go subscribe to my Patreon. Let me run that.
I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon, Drew Titan, LLC.
God damn, I'm handsome. I'll catch you on the rebound. Love y'all. Bronx on deck.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.